Humankind has always needed heroes, so much so that we often have just made them up and mythologized them. But real heroes are not myths. They are ordinary, caring people who emerge at times of unexpected peril to put themselves at risk to help another. Why? Just because it is the right thing to do. This is the true story of one such hero, a 64-year-old grandmother, Kathy Ryan, who rushed into the path of the largest wildfire in recorded Texas history in an effort to rescue an elderly disabled couple, Bill and Oleta Pfeffer. With the help of two other heroic neighbors, James Cornelius and Kenneth Winters, Oleta Pfeffer was rescued. But Kathy Ryan died trying to escape the flames with Bill Pfeffer. This true story is told by Ken Winters and James Cornelius. Thank you for watching this video. You can also see this video at our website, www.lovell-law.net, and at www.kathyryanfund.com.
In March of 2006, the Texas Panhandle was in the grips of an extreme drought. The ground was baked. Grass and brush were parched. The early spring winds were hot, dry, and harsh. Those conditions and a faulty overhead electrical system came together on March 12th.
At some point in time, I guess you became aware that there was a fire.
Yes.
Tell us about that, how you became aware of that.
My mom, my sister came up to visit my mom, and she got ready to leave. She walked to the back door and she said, "James, what's your greatest fear?" And I said, "Fire." And she said, "Guess what?"
You can see orange glows off in the distance.
911, what is your emergency?
We got fires burning everywhere. This one's really bad. It's burning about 25 miles wide and 30 miles long.
It's just jumping and rolling, and it's a sight to see.
It only takes a spark to turn into a major fire.
Mom was born in 41. She was born to a very, very modest family. In fact, probably poor.
Where?
In Worker. Very hardworking people, but not well off. She married my dad in 1961, and I was born in 1961. I grew up in Borger. I and my brother and sister were all born in Borger. She was always a caregiver, and in some pretty sorrowful, difficult circumstances. And she did what she had to do. Whether she was tired, whether she was sick, she got up and she did what she had to do. Just incredibly strong.
Mom called me that morning, and she said it was Grandma and Grandpa's anniversary, and I had not realized it was, and she was going to take them to lunch at Suppins.
In fact, my mother was on the day of the fire, that's what she was doing, was taking them out to eat for their anniversary. That's what, on any given day, that's what you most likely find her up to, is taking care of somebody else.
Beginning approximately 10:30 a.m., smoke became visible in the southwest. At 11:01, the first report was made to the Borger Fire Department of a fire on the 4-6s. The Borger Greenhouse, Kenneth Winters' home on the Hayhook Ranch, and Kathy Ryan's home were all downwind from the fire on the 4-6s. Kathy Ryan learns of the fire and calls her brother Borger Fire Chief Galen Darnell at 12:23 p.m. because she's concerned about her home. Darnell tells Kathy to avoid Highway 152 because the fire is approaching it near Texroy. Kathy drove east on Highway 2171. That route took her by the Borger greenhouse, which she would have seen was in the path of the fire. Kathy Ryan went in to evacuate Bill and Oleta Pfeffer, an elderly couple who lived in their home behind the greenhouse. Oleta Pfeffer, 91, was confined to a wheelchair with advanced Alzheimer's. Bill Pfeffer, 84, used a cane and needed supplemental oxygen. He was alone at the house, caring for his wife. The fire could not be stopped at Highway 152. It blew over the firefighters and continued racing to the northeast.
Fire was spreading as fast as 2 football fields per minute. You really can't outrun that.
Kenneth Winters saw the fire jump Highway 152 headed northeast, so he sped north on Highway 280. He encountered an EOC volunteer near the front gate of the Borger greenhouse and asked what he could do to help.